this 174th day of Ukrainian resistance. This is Mediacentru Ukraine. Arms depot are exploding in Crimea, and I'm Vasil Samokhvalov. And we have a different topic to discuss. We have with us Oleksandr Kulepin, Deputy Head of Lviv Oblast Military Administration. You're welcome. Good day, everyone. Today, we wanted to share with you the way Lviv Military Oblast Administration is getting ready to achieve one of its strategic goals to start the academic year at all the schools and kindergartens of the region, and what we have done to achieve it. A month ago, we conducted a meeting with the delegation from Poland at the Lviv Oblast Military Administration. We had established contacts with them, with the hotel holding, and it helped us with the project to relocate the internally displaced people currently staying in schools and kindergartens to a better suited facilities. And a month ago, we have agreed that the hotel holding from Poland and the Polish government would extend assistance, and we have welcomed a delegation of the holding, bringing 15 trailers of humanitarian assistance, and these are beds and mattresses and three kinds of bed clothes for them. And we have handed them over to the facilities, the dormitories built or reconstructed in the region within the initiative, jointly with the local communities, to create the housing places for the IDPs. We have already handed the humanitarian relief to 10 such institutions as vocational dormitories in a number of cities and towns of Lviv region. And we are waiting for the delivery of the supplies to 5 more educational institutions. The overall assistance we have raised is over 10 million hryvnia, and we have received them from the Strategic Reserve Fund of Poland, approved by the Prime Minister of Poland. We have demonstrated the quality of our performance, the accountability and transparency. We have complied with the reporting requirements we have agreed on with the Polish party, and this put us in a good position to sign the next memorandum with the Polish hotel holding about the next tranche of assistance, as hotels often renovate their fund. They often want to upgrade their furniture because they just want to renovate, and we agreed that we would receive such furniture to equip the places for the internally displaced people. Currently, we have 250,000 registered IDPs in Lviv region. We count the number at 400,000, and the number fluctuates. Lviv is often a tipping point hub from where people had further abroad, and we receive at least trains headed to Lviv from eastern Ukraine, and some of the people are arriving in Lviv and settling down in here, and the administration is helping them do that. So our goal is to move 7,000 people from the educational facilities in the shortest time frame so that we can start the academic year soon. And this Polish support will help us renovate the conditions for the 15 to 1,700 places, offering a good place to stay. So where to are you moving the people? You have discussed the vocational dormitories. We have opted for the dormitories, and they're intended for the long-term stay of the people. We will show the photographic evidence of these dormitories before and after. So we've been to Stavniki dormitory, and in a month and a half we have insulated it. The rooms are ready for accommodation. They're very happy that we have been able to provide them assistance and given beds for people to sleep on. If you look at the pictures before, if you see at the dilapidated building, rotting floors, and it's just incredible what they've done in a month and a half. And there are 80 people working on site to have it renovated and done up in the shortest time frame. We have most dormitories and some social facilities that are being renovated. In some of them, they weren't used or used partially because they were not fit for living. Is the region prepared to take in the wave of mandatory evacuation from the frontline areas that was announced by the government? This is a different goal given to us by the presidential office and the government. We are fully aware of the risk, knowing that we relocate people from school. We might not be able to still launch the academic year if we have to face massive evacuation. We used to take in 700,000 people. Now we have 400,000 people, and we are prepared to take at least 300,000 people or perhaps more, as we have put in the relevant infrastructure in place. We are not giving you the numbers. The private sector took up much of the 700,000 people. Myself, I shared a room with the evacuees, as have many, many other Ukrainians, but we stand prepared to take at least 300,000. How will the current wave of evacuation be different from the early wave of evacuation? The difference is that in the first wave evacuation, we saw people from different stratas of life, and a lot of people needed to stay a night or two before heading to the Polish border and waited sometimes a month for the waves of at the borders to subside. Now we're seeing more people who are not seeking evacuation but are looking to settle here for longer time. You're welcome. Please pass the microphone. A month and a half ago, we have made a story about the assistance granted by the Polish holding. What have you done since? Have you relocated any other people? And will there be more branches of this assistance? Indeed, a week ago, you've seen the warehouse loaded with strategic assistance. We received the second batch of assistance, 7 more truckfuls of assistance, and we're now short of storage space. We are dispatching the aid, and 10 centers have already received the assistance and are storing it, which guarantees that they have it at hand, and as soon as the renovation is complete, they can put it out. The facilities that receive the assistance firsthand are those to be launched first. There are different stages of readiness. We haven't heard about people relocated yet, as the communities will have to go through the process of figuring out who they're moving where to organize their life for the people in the dormitories. We will report when we have relocated the people and when we can demonstrate the fully re-equipped dormitories. You told us that 2 evacuation trains arrive in Lviv daily. What is the daily traffic of the internally displaced people through Lviv? Well, it's not just the trains. It's up to 2,000 people arriving in Lviv that we accommodate and take care of and send further to communities. There are teams of volunteers at the railway station, up to 200 people that staff the place 24 hours a day. And we make sure that ample help is at hand. Uh, People often arrive by cars, by commuting together, and some are heading to their friends and families, so we don't see them. We see these numbers through a different fashion, through the big data that we receive from the cell operators. If we imagined an ideal world, what problems or challenges would you need to address for this aid to be impeccable? What challenges are you still grappling with? The greatest challenges for the region is the upcoming winter and also the war and the potential attacks that we face as well as the neighbors. So this is the greatest challenge we are facing. Working with relocated businesses, and we are given the full support in all ways. We are hearing a lot of positive feedback from who re-establish their manufacturing here in the region. We help them create jobs so that they could operate, but also integrate by holding jobs and integrate into the cultural and social life. We'll wrap up. We talked to Oleksandr Kulepin, Deputy Head of Lviv Oblast Military Administration, and we discussed the help and aid to